Los Angeles. The duo, the superstar duo at the end of the game connected on this play. Of course, I'm talking about Austin Reeves to Matt Ryan. LeBron James is on the floor. Who does Darvin Ham draw up the play for? Matt Ryan in the corner, cross-court pass, gets them to overtime to get the win. Jalen Rose, what do you think about this superstar duo in La La Land?
I know this is clear sarcasm, but let me tell you something. We might as well give Darvin Ham Coach of the Year right now. Right now. Because let me tell you, sir, he has the courage of a burglar in broad daylight to be in Los Angeles coaching the Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook on the team. And neither one of those human beings touched the ball on the most important possession in the game. And then it's a fall away one leg three.
Yep.
Fall away one. And I know nobody was happier than Pat Bev.
You see AD set the screen. Like, this play was drawn up for Matt Ryan. Like, there were other options, but this was going to Matt Ryan the entire time. And one more thing about Matt Ryan, I cannot make this up. My man was driving for DoorDash like a year ago, and now he's got LeBron James on his team, and they're looking off LeBron, using him as a decoy to get to overtime. Continue, Mr. Rose.
And how about this? I want to shout out to Lonnie Walker, too, because he's been balling. And as a young player, as a terrific athlete, when they play with pace and tempo and get on transition and get open floor situations, he's a really good finisher. I believe he led them in scoring. And the other thing, I got to go back to this. So you're playing against the Pels. The Pels were down, I believe, 16 and made a comeback in the second half. You get to the most important play of the game, you're in the huddle and you Darvin Ham. If that does not work, what are we talking about today? I want to ask you this, media industry veteran of over 20 years of production and hosting.
I'll tell you exactly what we're talking about today. Should Steve Nash be the coach of the Lakers? That's what we're talking about today. Should Steve Nash be the coach of the Lakers? That's the number one question we're asking if he draws up a play for Matt Ryan and it doesn't work out. He steps out of bounds or something. That's exactly what we're doing. And Jalen, you mentioned Lonnie Walker, and I'm glad you did because he shot well. He was 5 for 9 from 3. And here's what he had to say about his shooting performance. I love this quote so much. I can't wait for you to hear it.
After games, 2 days, I've been staying in the gym, getting as much shots as I can. My jump shot's too beautiful not to be making any threes, honestly. So, I mean, I'm gonna continue to shoot with confidence.
I feel like that's something you would say. That seems like something you would say. My jump shot is too beautiful not to be making any threes.
Not only something I would say, he said it with confidence and with his chest, knowing he just balled. But number two, you know this in the history of hip hop. You never bet against a man with a half-moon Caesar. Ask Raekwon the chef. You see Lonnie Walker out there balling with it, you know he got to be putting in work.
Well, I remember when you had the exact same part in your hair, and you also had a crisis following it because you thought.
After posting a link on social media to a movie and book that contained virulent anti-Semitic tropes, Kyrie will make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate organizations and said he opposes hatred and oppression in a joint statement he made with the Nets and the Anti-Defamation League. Here's Kyrie today speaking to the media.
Seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing, or are you not apologizing?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary. But this is not going to turn into a spin-around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life.
Adam Silver released the following statement today. Kyrie Irving made a reckless decision to post a link to a film containing deeply offensive anti-Semitic material. While we appreciate the fact that he agreed to work with the Brooklyn Nets and Anti-Defamation League to combat anti-Semitism and other forms of discrimination, I am disappointed that he has not offered an unqualified apology and more specifically denounced the vile and harmful content contained in the film he chose to publicize. I will be meeting with Kyrie in person in the next week to discuss this situation. You know, I got to tell you, Kyrie coughed up $500,000, and then the Nets another $500,000, it's $1 million. But $500,000, I don't care how rich you are, it's a lot of money. And it's kind of a stupid tax that he's paying, right? Like that's sometimes we all in life pay that. And he's doing it very publicly. He also came out and said that, look, I don't want to represent hateful views. I'm sorry to Jewish people who feel offended by this. That's not my intention. Now, people looking for a more kind of comprehensive explanation and accountability from Kyrie, I think will be disappointed. Frankly, I don't think Kyrie, if he does feel something like there are elements of what he retweeted that he believes are true and doesn't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, he doesn't seem to me to be able to coherently articulate that idea publicly. So why are we badgering him about it? He gave up $500,000. He said he doesn't espouse hatred, and that's not his intention. I think it's time to turn the page. We'll see what happens from the Adam Silver meeting. Coming up, we'll hear from Tom Brady as he looks